Hi class, the video that I chose was Nonverbal Communication, which was a skit from the show Friends. What happens in the skit is Joey is pretending to accept an award. He's practicing his speech and how he would accept an award. He's getting ready to go to an award ceremony, and while he's practicing how to accept that award in his apartment, Rachel walks in and catches him. Rachel tries to give him some tips on things to do if he does or doesn't accept the award. Some of the tips that Rachel gives him if he doesn't accept the award is to carry himself in a way that he's happy for whoever did win. So some of the things that I noticed in the skit was body movement. Joey moved around a lot in the apartment when he was practicing how to win the award. With this being a comedic show, I think movement is extremely important because it keeps the audience interested, it keeps them engaged. This is also important when speaking in front of a group, to walk around in front of the group a little bit, keeping their eyes moving. That way they don't get bored staring at somebody standing in the same place. Something else that I noticed Joey doing in the skit was facial expressions. This is something that Joey is really good at, also something that's extremely important, especially in a comedic show. It can also be important in presenting to a group, but it was extremely important in this show. Showing those facial expressions in the ways that he did keeps the audience engaged. Some of his facial expressions were when he was surprised, he would open his eyes up, or when he was disappointed, he would kind of have that defeated look. Something else that I noticed the lack of was silence. Usually when presenting to a group, having silence is extremely important because it gives the group an opportunity to either speak up and ask questions or to maybe speak up and make comments. It also allows your audience to process the information that you've given them. I don't have any examples for Joey on this because there really wasn't any silence, and I don't think that there needed to be in this show. I think that with the show being heavy in dialogue and it keeping the listener engaged, I don't think that silence is necessary. Something else I noticed was space and distance, or lack thereof, in this show. Joey and Rachel have a very close relationship, so they were very close to each other during the show physically. That sends the message to the audience that they're close friends, that they get along well. This can be important when you're having a conversation with, let's say, an employee at work. I think that when you approach them and you stand a little bit closer to them, it sends the message that you're more engaged in the conversation and engaged in what's going on with them. Some of the examples that I have from the first topic that I spoke about was body movement. Joey jumped up out of the chair whenever Rachel walked into the apartment, and I think that this was to show that he was surprised or shocked that she had walked in. Some of his other body movement was he moved around a lot whenever he was talking to Rachel. So these are four things that I noticed, four ways of nonverbal communication that I noticed in this show. I think that Joey and Rachel did a very good job with these, given their role. Some of these they didn't use specifically because they're trying to send a certain message. So I think that paying more attention to the nonverbal communication from experts like actors and actresses is extremely important and can help us as well.